What's going on, everybody? It's XYZ coming at you with a brand new video, and I know it's been a whole month really since I posted any actual Yu-Gi-Oh content. I've been posting mostly Pokemon stuff, which you should check out if you're interested. But Konami finally dropped something that's actually worthwhile for me to cover since then. That being the final thing out of the Duelist pack, Duelist of Brilliance, which I think the name is, the Light Duelist set. And it wasn't like Cyber Dragons or anything. It wasn't Arcana Force. It was XYZ Dragon Cannon. So, out of all the things they could have chosen, they chose basically Ojama support, which I'm guessing is why they put Chaz here in the picture. And there's like 6 cards here, and it looks like it's getting pretty weird between a Dragon Dong on an XYZ Dragon Cannon dude and an enemy controller fusion monster. An enemy controller fusion monster. So, I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's go ahead and get right into this. Let's hope my new boom arm doesn't get too much in my way of the screen. Oh my god. So, first off, we have X-Cross Cannon. It is a light machine level 4 with 1800 attack and 1500 defense. It can only use the first and second effect once per turn. If you control a light machine fusion or union monster, you can special it from your hand, and during your main phase, you can equip an appropriate light machine union from your deck to this card as if it were equipped by that monster's effect. Also, you're locked into light monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn. So, fun fact, this is a really funny effect for Cyber Dragon of all decks, but overall this seems pretty decent, so I'm not sure how well this works with ABC, because let's be real, nobody's playing XYZ, you're probably going to end up just trying to match this into ABC somehow, and I'm wondering exactly how all it works, because this might just kind of be better Union Driver. Like, don't get me wrong, I know that there's like the lock here being a little bit detrimental to certain things that you could be doing, but you're still summoning your ABC Dragon Buster, dude, and it's not like you can make cards like Baron anyway. Plus, it says for the rest of the turn, so you can just kind of do your generic engine plays and go for ABC stuff after that, so that could be pretty cool. Next up is Y Dragon Earhead. It is a light machine union, level 4 with 1500 attack, 1600 defense. If it's special summoned, you can equip one of your banished level 4 light machines to it. Also, you cannot special for the rest of the turn from the extra except light monsters. Once per turn, you can activate one of these effects. Target one machine you control and equip this card to it. If you be destroyed by battle or card effect, destroy this card instead, or special summon this equipped card. So keep in mind that neither of these are once per turn, which is pretty cool, it looks like. And then it has a pretty decent set of effects. I mean, on special summon, being able to equip one thing to it can help trigger your other effects, or not trigger, but I guess set them up. And then this effect is also pretty cool. I mean, you can just special summon it while it's equipped, and that counts as like the X-Cross Cannon getting value there. So I mean, I'm hoping all these are just contact fusions, of course, like the usual play for a lot of Union stuff. So if it is, this could be some pretty decent swarming. Finally, we have Z Zillion Tank. It is a light machine union with level 4, sorry, with 1500 attack, 1300 defense. If it's special summoned, you can equip one of your banished level 4 light machines, whatever. Oh, so it does literally the exact same thing, huh? Target one of your... or you can just equip... Yeah, okay. So this does literally the exact same thing as the Y Dragon Earhead. Again, pretty solid effect, not to mention, again, neither of these look to be hard once per turns, which is pretty sick. So they could be really, really good for swarming. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the first of the 2 fusions, that being Hyper Dragon Cannon, aka Super Laser Piss. What is with Konami's obsession with giving, like, Dragon Dongs to a lot of things? It's just so weird, I don't know. But it's a light machine level 9 fusion with 3000 attack, 2800 defense. It requires all 3 of these new cards, basically. And it must first be special summoned from your extra by banishing the above cards from your field and or graveyard, so basically just like ABC Dragon Buster. Once per opponent's turn, quick effect, you can discard 1 card, then target 1 card your opponent controls and destroy it. You can banish it from your field or graveyard and reveal a level 8 light machine fusion in your extra, and special up to 3 materials whose names are mentioned on it from your graveyard and or banishments. Okay, so let's be real, this is just straight up worse ABC Dragon Buster. Only on the opponent's turn, only destroys cards, and only on the opponent's field, so you can't get any like synergy with your own stuff. And you can't get back the materials you used, like ABC Dragon Buster can, by recycling it. Compared though, this can actually summon the materials for ABC Dragon Buster. It says reveal a level 8 light machine fusion. ABC Dragon Buster's level 8 light machine fusion. So if you don't want to play ABC Pile, for example, you could play ABC XYZ Pile and actually do some pretty cool stuff there. And unfortunately, this doesn't look to be treated as XYZ Dragon Cannon, so you can't do A to Z plays, which would be pretty funny, but I mean, it still seems like an overall fine card, but again, why would you summon this over ABC Dragon Buster? And next we have Union Controller. Union Control. It is a light machine fusion level 6 with 2200 attack and 1900 defense. It requires a light machine and either Y Dragon Head or Z Zillion Tank. Must first be special summon from your extra by banishing the above cards you control, and you can only use its first effect once per turn. If it's special from your extra deck, you can add one spell or trap from your deck to your hand that mentions Union Monster in its text. Wow, okay. And once per turn, you can special summon a light machine, normal or Union, from your hand. So this is pretty damn sick. Thank God it's not a level 5 for instant fusion, because that would make it really, really cracked. So again, as I mentioned, actually, am I thinking of the right thing? Ah, no, okay. So I was thinking that the Dragon Earhead and the Z-Zillion Tank had the special summon condition that Cross Cannon had, which would have been so good for actually accessing this. But because it doesn't, this makes it a lot harder to access, so you can't get like a bunch of super cracked stuff, like for example, the Union Hanger, which is of course one of, if not the best Union support cards in the game. But other than that, I mean, if it was easier to summon in that regard, like again, it had the X Cross Cannon summon conditions on these two, then it would be just a lot better. I mean, to be fair, you can still summon them pretty reliably anyway. But other than that, I mean, this just summons like basically like Platinum Gadget does from hand, which could get you more swarming and stuff. Just a little unfortunate that those guys don't have the same condition as Cross Cannon, but they do have their own condition, so you can do some like Union Driver shenanigans there. Pretty solid card. The final card in this wave of support is Union Activation. It is a normal spell that says you can only use each effect once per turn. Send one light machine, normal, or Union monster from your hand or deck to the grave, and if you do, add a light machine with the same attack but a different original name from your deck to your hand. And if you special 3 light machine unions at the same time while it's in your graveyard, you can banish it to add, or sorry, banish this card, sorry, to add a monster with 3000 or more attack from your deck to your hand, and then immediately normal summon it. So unfortunately, the ABC monsters only trigger if they're sent from the field to the graveyard to get their effects, otherwise, wow, this would be broken. But it still does give you access to the setup for making the ABC Dragon Buster, because it puts the stuff in your graveyard. And again, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to combine that with these cards and then use them to, basically, you dump these new cards and then grab the ABC cards, or vice versa, and you can get some plays going there. Not sure really how important this is. I'm pretty sure you're meant to grab Blue Eyes with this, because this is Kaiba support. This is probably like some sort of weird jank anime moment here, but it'll probably never come up, let's be real. Otherwise, it's not a bad card at all. And that's going to do it for the new XYZ Dragon Cannon support. What do I think about it? I think it's pretty cool, even if it isn't like the most amazing stuff ever. The restrictions do make it a little less flexible for certain plays. I mean, granted, you can't make Baron anyway in like ABC, but for example, you wouldn't be able to make cards like that if you were to combine it with that. But if you want to play like a fun, more casual version of ABC, and you kind of want to do some more like fun anime shenanigans and stuff, you can absolutely combine these with that. Not to mention, I mean, like maybe the Light Lock isn't that bad. You know, maybe I'm overreacting a little bit, because you can summon probably both of the boss monsters, the Hyper Dragon Cannon as well as the ABC Dragon Buster. But I'm excited to see who cooks with Ojamas with these cards, because remember, Ojamas are linked to the XYZ Dragon Cannon stuff, and the support is actually not bad at all, so that could be pretty funny if someone ends up making like a really consistent way into the Armed Dragon Catapult Cannon. Holy shit, I love that card, it's so stupid. But yeah, other than that, I don't think this will see like super hyper competitive success or anything, but it is something that I find at least a little neat. But with that being said, that's going to do it for the video. If you like it, please leave a like, as I'll split this video and the channel into the YouTube rounded. And if this content was more like it, like the rest of my review series, again, I'm going to try to review more stuff as it comes out. We might be getting a lot more reviews in the future. Mermail support soon, trust. Then perhaps consider subscribing and turning on notifications if you haven't already, because it supports the channel more than anything else, and it's absolutely free. Plus, we're trying to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of 2024. Also, I'm going to support you directly with getting some awesome teaching and merchandise in the process. Check out Tapio cards in the link down below. Use code Aurora5 for 5% off your purchase at checkout, and support me financially. Once again, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. This is Aurora, signing off.